the State Fair food lineup is here, and I show you the new mouth-watering treats. The news starts now. At this time, Dave, no, they have not said that much. They said they don't know who the shooters are. They're looking at video footage from surrounding businesses in this area to try and piece this together. We're told that any minute now that Daunte Wright's family will visit his memorial site, the site where he was killed last week. And over the past few hours, we've seen people calling for change both here in Brooklyn Center and in Minneapolis. Right behind me at the corner of 18th Avenue and Lake Street, a vigil's underway for Yadira Ramiro Martinez. You can see everyone gathering with balloons. That's right, Julie. Just even being here at the fairgrounds is making me hungry. And you too can get a Pronto Pup or a bucket of Sweet Martha's cookies come August 26th. Good morning, Alicia and Gia. The good news is that Governor Walz is now stepping in. He just sent a letter to the U.S. Department of Agriculture asking for assistance to help these farmers. Lawmakers are keeping the special session going with public safety and police reform being at the forefront. Leaders do say, though, that they are on track to avoid a government shutdown. By taking a look at this tree, that's where the car hit the tree, taking the bark off. I reached out to several schools around the state, and many were unable to give me a definitive answer about whether or not they would be requiring COVID vaccinations this fall. As Chris was mentioning, over 150 shell casings were recovered from all three crime scenes. That includes 108 casings that were found on that home on Selby Avenue where that house party took place. Protesters gathered outside of the governor's mansion calling for an end to Operation Safety Net and justice for Daunte Wright's family. Punchbowl Social will reopen their doors. They open at 4 o'clock today, and you know I will be back here bowling and doing my favorite skee ball.
Ooh, big skee ball fan. Look at the things we learn about our coworkers.
Feeling of relief for families as parents and students were reunited.
Hanna Conway talked with some of those families, and she joins us now live. Hannah?
Randy and Julie, I'm at the Armstrong High School parking lot, and this is where parents were lining up. This is right down the street from Plymouth Middle School. They were lining up here to be reunited with their kids. 6th grade parents were standing right here, then 7th and then 8th grade on the far end. And we were here standing alongside of them when they were finally able to hug their kids after what they say was a fearful morning.
We found out from Facebook and our kids texting us, so that was tough.
I got a call from a random number at 8:45 that there was a shooting. It was my son.
Plymouth Middle School parents waited anxiously for answers and to see their kids following a shooting at the school.
I just want to hug them. You're just like sitting there waiting, not able to know anything about them.
8th grade students describing the scene as they ran out of the school.
I was thinking a lot of bad things too, like what if I get shot because of running? First I was crying because my brother's still in the school, so I don't know what's going on.
One student felt a wave of shock as she witnessed the shooting.
He just did it in the air though, so no one got hurt. My brain just went blank.
The reunions brought warm hugs, happy tears, and plans for the afternoon.
Oh, give him a big hug and ask him wherever he wants to go to lunch, and that's where we're going.
Most were not sure about the coming days, but knew they were in it together.
We have to have each other's backs, so stick together, keep our kids together, and we'll all get through it.
Some parents I spoke with say they are now considering distance learning. One student I spoke with said she would go back to school as long as the shooter wasn't there. Now, the Plymouth Middle School announced later this afternoon that they will move to distance learning for the next 2 days and resume in-person learning on Thursday. In Plymouth, Hanna Conway, KARE 11 News.
Thank you, Hannah.
The Minnesota DNR is dealing with an incredible sense of loss. One of its own officers, Sarah Grell, died in a car crash on Monday. Hanna Conway talked with some of Grell's friends who say the young mom was amazing and fun-loving.
It's really hard to lose somebody like that, you know, in the role that they've played in the last year in the cities and stuff, and the stress that's put on all of their families. It's just made it even more sad.
Meadow Kaufeld worked with Sarah through the Department of Natural Resources and just saw her on Saturday.
She pulled in that truck and she got out, and I was like, hey, I told my daughter, hey, look who it is. As she was walking back to the truck, I just, like, for some reason or other, had a moment where I just really thought, what an amazing woman. And such a cool person and such an asset and such a big part of our community.
She was everybody's best friend.
Sam Carlson had been best friends with Sarah since 2005.
We had been hunting and fishing together since we met.
The two were supposed to go on their annual hunting trip, but Sarah died in a car crash while on duty the day before.
We were going to go yesterday morning. We had plans to meet in Hill City at 9 o'clock.
Whether it was turkey hunting or teaching firearm safety courses, Meadow and Sam say Sarah was always positive and a great role model.
To lose a woman who's able to hold her own in that position and somebody who's contributed so much to the public safety in our state is many ways a huge loss.
She made everybody laugh. Like she was a jokester. She was a comedian. She's just so funny.
And they say friends and family are finding comfort in Sarah's faith.
She loved the Bible. Confidence is overwhelming on where she is and who she's with. She's absolutely hand in hand with Jesus.
Hanna Conway, KARE 11 News.
Girl's funeral is this Friday. A GoFundMe has been set up to help her family. It has already raised more than $32,000. If you'd like to donate, we have the link at KARE11.com.